Okay, a symbol of America. Why they just didn't use the Statue of Liberty?
Maybe they're gonna say this lady's from Colombia.
Okay.
Okay. This is the most simplest answer I got. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we are back with another American reaction. We're super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit the red subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell.
Because we're on the road to 50K.
And we cannot get there without you
Thanks.
guys. Alright, join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hi everyone. When we're in the cinema or at home watching movies, we usually have to go through the opening with the logo of the film studio first. These logos have a very interesting story behind them, but almost no one has ever thought about how they were made. For example, do you know what mountain the Paramount logo is depicting? How many stars surround it? Why are they there? Or what's with the Walt Disney Castle? Why is the boy fishing on the DreamWorks logo? Are you intrigued already? Then get yourself comfortable while we show
you. We know that all this stuff was created from idea. But I don't know one who actually thought for a second to go deep into the idea and said we're going to add these amount of stars for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious.
Well, it's a logo, you know. Logos have meanings. So.
Yeah, it's Hollywood, though. Hollywood is, you know, they good for stuff like this. They will give more meaning behind things. Like the little boy fishing. I want to know why he fishing on the moon. Let's get it.
The history of the most famous studio logos. Let's get it on. DreamWorks. One day back in 1994, three brilliant people got together. Director Steven Spielberg, Disney director Jeffrey Katzenberg, and music producer David Geffen. They decided to create a new film studio that's now known as DreamWorks. We associate the company's name with the fishing boy of the logo. Yeah, the one sitting on the moon. But the original idea was actually slightly different. They were originally looking for a computer-generated image of a man fishing from the moon. But visual effects artist Dennis Muren, who was then working along with Spielberg, insisted on making the logo by hand. And so they asked illustrator Robert Hunt to draw it. Hunt was called in to execute the final image on which the motion version was based. It took Hunt 3 months to complete the final motion logo with the boy fishing from the moon. Spielberg loved this version and decided to use it for his new company. By the way, the moon boy is William Hunt, the son of the illustrator. Paramount Pictures.
Okay.
The Paramount Pictures company was created in 1912 by Adolf Zucker, a film investor, and the Frohman brothers, theatre magnates at the time. Originally, the studio went by another name, Famous Players Film Company. The famous Paramount Pictures logo shows a majestic mountain peak covered in snow and surrounded by a ring of stars. It was created by the illustrator William Hodgkinson, who based his work on the Ben Lomond Mountain in Utah, where he spent his childhood. The original logo had 24 stars, one for every movie star that back then had a contract with the studio. However, nowadays there are only 22, and no one knows why. Eventually the logo changed a bit. Now, as a result of technological development, instead of the original mountain picture, we see a computer-generated image. Columbia Pictures. This famous logo depicting a woman holding a torch, a symbol of America, was created in 1924 and showed a lady draped in a US flag and holding a torch.
Okay, a symbol of America. Why they just didn't use the Statue of Liberty?
Maybe they're going to say this lady's from Colombia.
Okay.
Okay. This is the most simplest answer I got.
No clouds in the background, and the forehead of the woman was covered with a headdress. It looked very primitive, and the whole picture looked more like a sketch. 6 years later, the logo was improved. The lady became more elegant. She coiffed her hair and lost the headdress, and the flag was now barely seen. The font was now different, the letters got bigger, and the writing was now behind the girl. But the most important thing was that the empty background was now filled with clouds, and the torch was no longer flickering and blinking, but glowing smoothly instead. In the next few years, the logo was slightly changed, and the word pictures was added. But the now classic look of the logo was created in 1993, after Columbia Pictures was bought by Sony. The logo was repainted digitally by New Orleans artist Michael Diaz. Michael Diaz hired Jenny Joseph as a model for the logo. Diaz decided that the flame shouldn't be so bright, and that the logo should mainly focus on the girl. Therefore, she was redrawn more elegant.
The question is, why wasn't the flag? And
finally, in 1996, the animation was changed. First, you could see the torch and then the rest of the picture. Also, during the opening, you can hear a tune written by Jonathan Elias. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. In 1924, American lyricist Howard Dietz created a logo for the Goldwyn Pictures depicting Leo the lion roaring. That's how the lion story started. Over the years, at least 7 lions interpreted Leo. The first lion was Slats, but the logo was noiseless, so Slats was there only for decoration. The next one, Jackie, was the first one to roar, although back then the films were silent. The roar was recorded with the special equipment, and in each cinema there was a phonograph placed behind the screen to reproduce the sound during the opening. Then there were 2 others, Telly and Coffee, but we don't know much about them. Then there was Tanner, famous for its perfect mane. And finally, in 1957, the studio shot the logo featuring its most famous lion, the one we all know from our childhood. He is called Leo,
he killed it.
And he's the one we still see on the logo. By the way, no lions were harmed on the set, so don't believe any stupid rumours. If someone shows you a picture to prove you otherwise,
I remember
just know that it is
stuff like
fake.
that.
The Walt Disney Company. Just like Warner Brothers, Columbia Pictures, and many other companies, the Walt Disney Company was founded by 2 brothers, Walt and Roy Disney. This was back in 1932. It was first a small motion picture studio, but it grew little by little and eventually became one of the biggest Hollywood studios ever. Nowadays it has 11 theme parks, 2 water parks, and a couple of broadcast networks.
That's a big move
the Disney
right there.
logo is worldwide famous, but not many know what the castle depicts. The castle is actually called Neuschwanstein, or New Swanstone Castle, and it is a 19th century Romanesque revival palace in southwest Bavaria in Germany. It was the prototype for the logo. Besides, it was the prototype for the Sleeping Beauty themed castle in the Disneyland park in Paris. But the logo looked like this until 2000.
Okay, so I don't know. This is kind of, it just made me think about it.
God.
I don't know how true this is, but they said they are getting rid of the castle
I never heard
at
that.
Disney World.
Are they?
Yeah.
No. What? That wouldn't be good for us viewers, because we grew up with the castle. This specific castle here, you guys, this one here is one I grew up on when they actually did the whole shimmy thing.
Yeah.
Now they want to get rid of it?
Yeah, they're getting rid of it. That's what I heard. Don't know how true that is.
I'm
Sorry if it's not true.
Yeah, we're going to look it up. It's okay. It's okay,
Yeah.
baby. It's okay.
It was then replaced by a totally new 3D computer-generated logo created by the Weta Digital Studio, based on another Disneyland fortress, the Cinderella Castle, which used Chateau Doucet as a prototype. The new logo was first shown on the premiere of the movie Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest. Thanks for watching.
I remember when that
Please
movie
like
came
and
out.
share the video.
We was young.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think again, like some of these changes that they did make, my questions is more so like the lady, the Liberty. You had made a mention about why not just use the actual lady.
The Statue of Liberty.
You know what I'm saying? From the Statue of Liberty. And then they didn't have her. They actually had another lady they did it with who had the flag, but then they switched it around. So I'm like more curious of why they did that little small adjustment.
Why they took the flag away.
Because no one made, mention of that,
Right.
you know?
Right. Yeah, this was very interesting.
It was.
You know? We hope you all enjoyed it with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way. And our mailing address is in the description box below. We'll see you soon. Peace.